Here is the Dragon ride. It's built and it is moving as well. We will show you a very quick glimpse of it moving very, very shortly. Not a full cycle, you can wait until you visit to see that, but I've had a ride on it. First rider, obviously very grateful, but it just is so smooth. I just don't think you understand how smooth this ride is. And this is where we are on the look of it. So as you can see at the moment, the tail's not in, so there's access to the center point because the tail comes down here and it wraps around. But we're all running, and we're going to show you inside the control cabin as well, and the workings for the ride. Unbelievably, it just looks so complicated, but my God, how good does this look? I can tell you, it's riding fantastic. I forgot, going backwards, just how quick it feels. I forget how big this is as well. Even after looking at it on the floor, it's flipping massive. But look at this, look. Look at this. Now, last time the Dumbos we've been taking apart all the parts from outside. However, you can see now they've been brought in, they've been tested, and we're changing colour. And this isn't the final colour, this is actually the undercoat. It is going to a red colour for the new season. It is currently white, but moving to red. Now, you can see the bars here as well for the twister. Now, you can't see the cars in here because the twister is actually back together, which you may have seen from some of the footage out there. We will go and have a look at that. And of course, we will go back as well to the Dragon ride. We'll tell you what the name's going to be and show you the rest of that. So the yo-yos was last to come apart. They come apart just during the Christmas event. So just in case you're wondering with testing how it works, they literally sandblast the paint off all the joints, so all of these joints can be tested, and that's why it looks like two shades, where actually it's gone back to original colour. Here are the elephants, all sitting nicely, facing the jungle splash over there, of course undergoing their winter maintenance as well. We can see the centerpiece here, which will go over the Dragon ride, and we will tell you the name at the end as well. And of course, the Dumbos. We've just seen the arms are being repainted. They've just been tested, they've been repainted. This is also going to be repainted. It's a beautiful attraction. It does look beautiful, and a coat of paint is going to give it another new lease of life. And that is also going to be painted a different color to what you see. So yeah, it looks a bit, you know, around here at the moment because we are obviously in closed season. And again, massive thank you to the park for letting me wander around closed season. And you'll see over here the rest of the Dragon piece, which makes up the centerpiece. You've kind of got the end piece, which ends up in the middle, and of course the final piece, which is off the track at the moment. Now, I'm not actually sure where the cars are for the mine car. I'll ask the question. I didn't see them in the workshop. But this isn't back together yet, but I'd expect the mine cars to be pretty much ready to go back on because we are less than 4 weeks to opening. And you can see they're definitely not back on because all the track is still turned around. I still find this fascinating to see, really do. I didn't have to look far. Now, funnily enough, the Caterpillar, the crazy Caterpillar box is still here. And here is a look at the control panel if you've never seen it. For a rocking tug ride. Now we can tell you that obviously this has gone and will be at Lightwater Valley for 2025. That's where it's headed to. In fact, that's where the main ride's gone, and this will follow very, very shortly, but it's going to Lightwater Valley. And here are the cars back together, all nicely under shelter. Look at these. Ready to go back on, but sheltered from the elements at the moment. Although they can keep a couple in the station, they're much better off here. And of course, as we said before, you can see where these have been painted. You can see where they've all got brand new wheels on, ready for the season. Looking really, really good under here. Everything was pre-oiled, and of course it will all be greased again. The undercarriages are looking fantastic. Yeah, it just looks amazing. Look at this review, look, when you can see them side by side. And you got to think of the weight of these things as well. These things are not light. They hold 4 people, they comfortably hold 4 adults. And when you stand next to them, you just kind of think, oh yeah, you know, I could tilt and lift one of those. Trust me you can't. They're exceptionally heavy. But here's some views you're just not getting on your normal day-to-day run. We did see the inside bits of the Dragon's Breath inside as well, the Viking boats which they have here, so that is still undergoing winter maintenance as you would expect. And the look of it all up this end of the park. So we'll head down the other end of the park and then we'll show you some footage of the new ride going and let you know what the name is. Of course, down this end of the park, it was open for Christmas, so it's not that they're behind, but the schedule's different for these rides compared to the rides up the top. As you can see, Aztec Falls is actually ready, waiting, that's how they leave it. And of course, the spinning coaster over there, we covered in our video, all tested and ready to go. Now, there are a few things over here that we don't often get close to. One of them is the Zamperla balloons, which are completely apart at the moment, undergoing their winter maintenance. I think last year we missed it being completely stripped down and kind of caught it in its rebuild phase, but this is what it looks like. These are very similar to the Zamperla wave swingers in terms of how the ride rotates from side to side. And this is the ride system itself, with obviously the fascias which have come off as part of its refurbishment. And I tell you, another one we haven't particularly got close to is the crazy bikes. I want to say crazy bikes. It's cold today. These have always been together. I've missed these, I think, coming apart over the years. But as you can see, everything is disconnected, where ones have been taken off and they are being tested. And the cars are actually up there at the moment. We will see those. You can see we keep spare motors as well. And you can see testing points on the arms as they come off. These are a lovely example, absolute lovely example. And yeah, a bit of exercise too. Now, we're not going to climb up on this one because there's a lot of work ongoing on it, and obviously they have engineers that are putting it back together and it's raised off the ground. But as you can see, parts that were painted are back on, or the cars have been tested, and it's not all back together by any means yet. There's still some work to do on it, but compared to how we saw it last time, my God, it's all changed. You can see we've got replacement parts around the bottom for the new season for the platforms. Less than a month. Right, on to the next ride. We got close with the yo-yos last time we were here, and they are still ongoing winter maintenance, as we did see inside of the workshop. All the cars and everything are in there. They did come apart a little bit later during the Christmas event, And the Miami Surfs Up is also being worked on. We've seen the engineer on here today. All of the coatings have come off. And last year's new ride is a beast of a ride as well. It's getting ready for the new season. Here is the new ride. Come from Portland Park, those in the know will know that. And it's going to be called Dragon's Rush. The new ride for 2025. And yes, it will be previewing in February as well. So you will be able to get a preview of this before the new season and February half term for opening times. Cannot wait. Well, I'd say I cannot wait. I might have been on it, but I cannot wait to see it up and running and people enjoying this ride. It is a beautiful ride. And when you look at kind of the setting around here as well, it's fitted in really nicely. I mean, I have to say I was skeptical even on our videos. I was like, I don't know how this is going to fit, but it just looks so much better than the Caterpillar here and adds a new dimension to the ride lineup for Funland in 2025. I just think it's going to be absolutely loved. There'll be a few people that know exactly what ride it is and love it from where it was, and there'll be a few people that are experiencing it for the first time. I can tell you now, you're not going to be disappointed with it. You're not going to be disappointed at all. A fantastic addition to the park. And then as we look around, you can see the park as it starts to come together for 2025. It's not long now. They are packing up for the day. I'm not in the way yet, but I will be shortly. So February half term is when we'll see all these rides up and running again, apart from the log flume. Log flume's not due to open for February half term, but everything else is due to open. Get yourself down to Funland. It's going to be a wild season.